Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's me, DisBearity here. So it's been a while since I have done any type of videos like this. So I'm excited to really jump on in and talk to you guys about what are my most anticipated games of 2026, because there's a lot of good games coming out and I want y'all to know which ones I'm definitely interested in. Now, keep in mind, a lot of these games are actually on my top 20 in my Steam wish list. So if you're friends with me on Steam, you want to peep my wish list, go ahead and definitely check it out. One last thing to note is that any game featured in this list is in no particular order. So just keep that in mind. Now let's go ahead and get on into it. All right, so this one's a pretty interesting one. Heroes of Might Magic, the Olden Era. Now, first off, I'm going to do a quick plug here. What really got me into playing Heroes of Might Magic even more was definitely Songs of Conquest, because, Songs of Conquest was inspired by Heroes of Might Magic. And then when I saw that the Olden Era was coming out, I was like, okay, this game is looking pretty damn interesting, because, of course, it reminds me of Songs of Conquest. Now, keep in mind, though, that Heroes of Might Magic, from what I've been told from various people, that was the most popular game of that series or whatnot. So Olden Era is supposed to come back and bring the series back to its roots, basically. And so I feel it. And so when I played the demo that they dropped back in early November, it honestly gave me a unforgettable experience that I was like, okay, yeah, this is a must buy for me. And this is why I love when games give you demos and stuff, especially because it tells me that a developer is very confident on the game that they're presenting. And I'm like, yeah, this is the one. And I cannot wait in order to get my hands on this game and play it in 2026. Now, this next one I'm excited for, actually pretty interesting. Now, this game series, I never played the originals games of the series. I think it's like 1, 2, and 3. So the next one, guys, is called The Guild Europa 1410. Now, when I saw this game, I forgot where I saw it. Was it at the Summer Games Fest? It might have been. I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly. But I was like, you know what? This game, honestly, looks fantastic. And the way that Ashbourne Games is doing it, is like, I'm like, okay, this is definitely that game for me. Because I was like, wait, I can become a thief, I can become a soldier, a burglar, and I can start from the bottom and then come up and then, at the same time, build your kingdom and stuff. I was like, yeah, this is that game that I really do want to play. Another thing that I didn't tell y'all is that I do love the medieval setting. And so the game looks very immersive to me. Again, you start from the bottom, you go to the top, and you work your way. While doing so, you can do various other jobs and other things in order to do that, and start your own family, grow your family. And I think even people in your family can die just by screwing up certain actions and stuff. So I think that's really cool. And yeah, I'm definitely very excited for it. I hope that Ashbourne Games can not get it going for it, honestly, because I want to see this series become the success that I know it can be, especially since I think a lot of people were really disappointed with the third game. So hopefully they do well. Warhammer 40k Dawn of War 4, y'all. This one is being created by King Art Games, the creators of Iron Harvest. This is the one that's going to bring Dawn of War back into the limelight. After the disastrous launch of Dawn of War 3, the series basically went dormant because it wasn't the game that people wanted to sit down and play. Dawn of War 2 was great. Dawn of War 1 was excellent. So you know what? People wasn't really expecting a Dawn of War 4 to even come out, which is honestly insane. And I sure as hell wasn't. So Dawn of War 4 touts to go back to what the original Dawn of War is all about: base building, warfare, bloodshed, all that you guys love and know when it comes to the Warhammer franchise. And also, for the first time ever, actually have playable Primarchs in a Warhammer game, honestly, and that's going to be freaking fun and amazing. Now, the cool thing about this game is that they're saying that they're going to have 70 missions for the entire game. So I don't know how long the missions are going to be, but knowing King Art Games, they made an excellent campaign with Iron Harvest. So I honestly can tell you that the campaigns for Dawn of War 4 is going to be phenomenal. Hey guys, if y'all made it this far in the video, definitely consider liking and subscribing for more, y'all. I appreciate you guys watching. Now let's head back into the video. Okay, so now this next series that I started for the first time way back in 2019 with an art style created by Akira Toriyama, with the story and narrated by Yuji Horii. This is Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, a full-on remake of Dragon Quest VII originally, which was on the PS2 and I think the DS as well. I'm very excited to really get my hands on this game, especially just, to literally play it for the first time. Because Dragon Quest is a amazing RPG or JRPG series with amazing gameplay and also combat. The reimagined version of this game just looks phenomenal. Now, I know for changes to the game, which upsets some people, but it also helped out with the pacing of the story. So with a refocused narrative, updated graphics, and updated classic gameplay, Dragon Quest VII Reimagined is shaping up to be the game that I always wanted to be. The series is a fantastic series that I believe more people should honestly sit down and play and enjoy, even if it's your first JRPG that you're ever playing. Now, as you guys know, this year we had an amazing game by the name of Tempest Rising come out. Tempest Rising Assault is a spiritual successor to at least Command & Conquer Tiberian Wars. Now, next year, or potentially next year, we might have another one. Now, this one, I would say, is a spiritual successor to the classic Command & Conquer series. This game is called Dwarf, Real-Time Strategic Combat. Now, I've been peeping this one for quite some time, checking out whatever updates that they put out on their Patreon, and man, this game is looking gorgeous. I cannot wait to get my hands on the 3 unique factions of that game because they look really cool in aesthetic and also in design. Each faction is being very distinct of each other too, and that's what I love about RTS games that do that. You know, I love having each faction play differently, not just have like a different coat of paint. So Dwarf, in terms of gameplay, from what they've been showing off, looks very well polished and looks great. You know, it's gonna have land combat, naval combat, air combat. Man, they are seriously doing it all. And I love that they're bringing back that you can assault enemy units while they're inside defensive structures or break them down to tear them down, which is one of my favorite things about those kind of RTS games. So once again, the devs are putting a lot of passion and work into this game, and I cannot wait to finally get my hands on it. Now, did y'all really think I was going to miss this one? This one I was excited for at the Game Awards. Y'all can see it right here. This one is Total War Warhammer 40K. I jumped out of my chair for this because I am a big Warhammer 40K fan. I mean, I'm a Warhammer guy in general. I love Warhammer, I love the setting, and I love the atmosphere. But this one here was a major surprise. Like, we've been hearing rumors about it, but just to see it now live in person, and it looks to me from the snippets of gameplay that they showcased was phenomenal. So they're going to be having Eldari, Space Marines, of course, the Astra Militarum or the Imperial Guard, and Orcs. So I'm like, yo, this new engine, which is called the Warcore engine, is really showcasing what this game is going to be all about. Now, do keep in mind though, I am very skeptical about this game because it's CA. CA has a couple of fuck ups here and there throughout the years, but I hope that they're actually getting down to it and like getting their heads on straight and actually giving us a great product. And I hope that this product is feature rich, basically, as a Total War product, because you know, Warhammer is a huge IP and they're going to be adding so much content to this game that I hope, and I really do hope, that they can literally deliver for us, the Total War fans. Yeah, I'm talking directly to the Total War fans today, okay? So this next one, I'm really excited for it. Now, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I was pretty much fiending for this one here when it was announced. This one is Star Wars Zero Company. Now, as you guys know, XCOM 3 is either dead in water or somewhere on life support. I don't know where it's coming out, but Star Wars Zero Company will be injecting the XCOM DNA into a galaxy far, far away. So it's really cool is that this game is being developed by Bit Reactor, and it's also in collaboration with Respawn Entertainment, who created the Star Wars Jedi Survivor series. Now, truth be told, though, not a lot is known about Star Wars Zero Company other than that it's a XCOM-esque tactics game. So either way, look, I'm going to be picking up, it's Star Wars, man. I love Star Wars, and I feel like with this whole brand new story, canon to the overall Star Wars story, then I'm with it, y'all. I'm fucking with it. Now, as you guys know, this year we had an amazing game by the name of Tempest Rising come out. Tempest Rising Assault is a spiritual successor to at least Command & Conquer Tiberian Wars. Now, next year, or potentially next year, we might have another one. Now, this one, I would say, is a spiritual successor to the classic Command & Conquer series. This game is called Dwarf, Real-Time Strategic Combat. Now, I've been peeping this one for quite some time, checking out whatever updates that they put out on their Patreon, and man, this game is looking gorgeous. I cannot wait to get my hands on the 3 unique factions of that game because they look really cool in aesthetic and also in design. Each faction is being very distinct of each other too, and that's what I love about RTS games that do that. You know, I love having each faction play differently, not just have like a different coat of paint. So Dwarf, in terms of gameplay, from what they've been showing off, looks very well polished and looks great. You know, it's gonna have land combat, naval combat, air combat. Man, they are seriously doing it all. So once again, the devs are putting a lot of passion and work into this game, and I cannot wait to finally get my hands on it. Now, y'all, this last one I'm gonna go ahead and put on this list. Now, as y'all know, I can probably go on for hours and hours and hours, but let's just go ahead and finish this out here. This last one is Pragmata. Now, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I was not expecting to be hyped for this one, for the simple fact that, first off, it was announced a long time ago, and now it's finally resurfacing, and now that we actually have a release date for this game. And honestly, it looks freaking phenomenal from the gameplay and also from the story. Now, keep this in mind, Capcom released a demo to try out for the combat, and the demo is actually pretty solid because it gives you a taste of what the game's going to be like and also feel or whatnot. I'll say it before and I'll say it again. I love me some sci-fi, and man, Sci-fi really gets me over, y'all. It really wins me over for sure. But Pragmata looks to be pretty solid, and I can't wait for it to launch next year in April. Now, like I said, I can keep this list going on and on and on because my wish list is huge for what I want to see in 2026. But if y'all like this video by actually liking the video, thank you guys for watching. Thank y'all for your support and all that you guys do. Peace out, much love, and y'all have a good one. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and also hit the bell notification down below. Thanks for watching.